Let's play a game, shall we?
Okay.
We're going to play Would You Rather. Would you rather have to high five every single person who walks past you for the rest of your life, or start singing YMCA every time you get nervous?
YMCA.
Really?
Yeah.
Leo?
YMCA, because I don't get nervous very often.
Drop the mic.
Ego.
This show better be technically perfect, or he will be nervous. Roll the open. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. Every day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Yeah, let's make it a good day. Every day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, here's Jason.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes. Welcome to the show, everybody. How's everybody doing today? You doing well? Well, backstage, I say this sometimes. When I'm backstage, I'll get a notice. I'll get a notice from executive producer Jeff or from Aaron, our audience coordinator, that says, the audience is this way, the audience is that way. Well, I did find out today that there's a whole row of women that told Jeff they're only here to get a purple mug. That's it. That's the only reason she's here. That's it, yeah. Where is she? Where is she? Where are you? Right here? Yeah. Right here? There you go. There you go, love. There you go. Yeah. Well, I try to be a full-service host. There we go. Well, welcome. As I said, welcome to the old show. First up, when it comes to Halloween, we see costume creators try and put a sexy spin on almost every outfit. We got your sexy witch. We got your sexy ghost. We even have a sexy pumpkin. Well, thank you for the cheer for the sexy pumpkin.
She's a sexy pumpkin.
I know. Well, get ready for the sexy Ozempic shot. Yeah. That's what Falen calls me. Yeah. Yandy.com. What the hell is that? Anyway, Yandy.com is look at this, everybody. Is selling this costume they call So Snatched. It looks like a sexy Ozempic injector, and it costs $40. Yeah. Sadly, dudes, I'm very sorry. So far, no male version of the sexy Ozempic. Right now, producer Bjorn is very sad. Yeah. Let's get started, everybody. Roll the music, Leo. Let's do this. Oh. Dear friends, give it up for Falen, everybody. Okay. How you doing?
Good. Do you see your boss left you a gift on your desk?
Yeah, okay, so I did notice. We do a before the show on Facebook where it's our pre-show meeting. We talk about the show, blah, blah, blah. Go watch it. We have a lot of fun. It grows in popularity every year, which cracks us up. And we have a little conference table. And on that conference table, we have this little nasty bowl of candy. This hard candy. It's a hard candy called Horsehound candy. And it's just, audience, it's so disgusting. It's just,
they like it back there.
Some people like it. No, I just mean, but the bowl, the hard candy has gotten hard. It's been sitting there for months. Well,
Eric still eats it.
Photographer Eric still eats it. So this morning, just to be funny, I picked one of them. They're sticking together, and I put one in. I just licked it. and I put it on the desk. I walked away from the desk, and our general manager, who obviously needs more to do, walked by our conference area, grabbed the candy.
Well, she asked what it was about. And I said, Jason licked it and left it. And she was like...
And she just put it on my desk. Here it is.
Yeah. Your mom doesn't work here, Jason. You gotta clean up
I know.
after yourself.
You know what's funny is she paid for this set. I don't care if she gets it dirty. No, I do care. Whatever, ma'am. Whatever. Yeah. It is just the most disgusting candy, though.
It's kind of just bland, I thought. You know, I would rather just have, like, what is it, like the little root beer ones?
Yeah.
Those
It
would be
tastes like
delightful.
old root beer.
It does. Like flat root beer.
Flat old root beer that's
Yeah.
been in the sun for a year. Yeah, it's just absolutely
Real
vile.
bland, yeah.
Yeah. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Let's do it, Leo. Well, things. First up, things get real on the new season of Dancing with the Semi-Stars as two celebs are sent packing on Tuesday night. Two, not just one, two. First, some early favorites, starting with one star already earning high marks. Look. That, friends, that is actress Chandler Kinney, who scored 24 out of 30 for the rumba. For the rumba. She's a beautiful young lady.
Truly, yeah.
Do you know how to rumba?
No.
I don't either. Yeah.
Okay.
I've said it before, every time I break the gay stereotype. I can't dance.
That's fine,
I can't.
that's fine, that's fine.
People think every gay guy can dance. Lie. Anyway, one of my favorites is gymnast Steven Nedorosik from the Olympics, who became Superman for his dance. Look at this. He got 22 out of 30 on that one.
Really?
Well, look at him. I mean,
Wait, is that a good score or a bad score?
I mean, pretty good for week 2 or whatever
Okay.
this is. Yeah.
I feel like he looks like he's just doing what I would do, which is like counting everything in his head. Like, don't mess this up. Like, he isn't flowing. He's like very like, okay, hit this mark, hit this mark, hit this mark.
It's exactly what I would do
Yeah,
too.
same.
I would be in my head about it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
One star definitely improved from week 1, and it didn't hurt that he bared basically half of his body during the dance. You're welcome. Here's, look at this, former Bachelor Joey. His rumba got 22 out of 30 as well. But his chest got a 30. Right, audience? That's right, yeah. In the end, sad panda, Tori Spelling, and convicted con artist Anna Delvey were sent home packing. Yeah.
Too bad.
Her ankle bracelet sent right back to Birmingham or wherever, yeah. And, okay, you have to see this. This is one of our favorite sound bites of the day. You have to see what Anna Delvey said after her elimination. Watch this.
What are you going to take away from this competition? Nothing. There you have it. What are you going
I told you, she is doing the craziest media stuff. She is so funny.
I would convict her for being a...
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, but that's...
Oh, you're with me, audience. That's rude.
No, but she is rude. It would be more surprising if she was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to take away friendships. No one will believe her. That is
who
her.
she is?
That's who she is.
Yeah.
I think anyone who has the ability to con that kind of money out of people,
You're right.
I don't think they're the most kind, generous human out there anyway.
True. Look, I'm not a big fan of Julianne Hough, but you're on live TV. Grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, ankle bracelet wearing loser. Next up. Be a professional. You're on that show. If you didn't want to do the show, don't sign up for the show. And if you're going to do it, act like an adult.
I feel bad
That
for her.
candy made me very spicy. Cut him off. Cut him off. Next up, America's Got Talent crowns a winner for season 19. It came down to a singing janitor and a woman who does tricks with her dog. I love America.
Yeah.
Set to music.
Okay.
Now, look, I don't care who really won. What I really want to see, what I want you to see, what I want to see, and you know I love these, is the very, very, very dramatic and long time between saying they're going to announce the winner and the actual winner. Watch this.
The AGT champion and winner of $1 million is...
There we go. Okay. We've been making fun of crap like that for years. Well, Jeff, what was it? Usually American Idol. Ryan sometimes does it. Dancing with the Stars, that's right. But never, come on. That was a minute. Jeff counted. That was like a minute.
How did the dog take it?
I know. I know. It's a little technical thing, but we were also loved in The Office. We call them cutaway shots. Like, Leo, take a shot of Fallon. That's called a cutaway shot, okay? That's called a cutaway shot. Go back and watch it. We were loving the cutaway shots to the dog.
Like the dog's
Like
on
the dog's
edge
gonna
of
be
his-
like this.
Yeah. Oh, I hope I win.
Yeah. Come on. Singing janitor Richard Goodall takes home the $1 million prize. Good for him.
Yeah,
That's
good on
fantastic.
Richard. Nice.
Good on him. If, like I said, if you lost track, that announcement, Jeff timed it. Took 53 seconds. Almost a minute. We have a lot more to come. We'll be back after this. Back in a minute. Welcome back. Oh, we have a good show today. My review of Ellen's stand-up coming up in a list that will infuriate you just ahead. But right now, welcome back. Imagine, friends, running into one of your favorite celebrities at a coffee shop. What would you say? What would you say to him if you did? Just think about that. Well, while you do, actor Josh Gad, you know, from Frozen and Book of Mormon, stopped by Jimmy Kimmel Tuesday night and told a story about bumping into Robert Downey Jr. when he first came to Hollywood. Look at this.
Mr. Downey Jr. I just want to tell you, I'm obsessed with your performance in Chaplin. He says, do you like Chaplin? I said, I love The Kid, is one of my favorite movies of all time. Modern Times, is it? We go, and we have the most incredible personal conversation, Jimmy, for 5 minutes. It's magic. I'm like, LA is everything they tell you it is. And we get to the end of the line, and Robert Downey Jr. looks at me, and I'm just out of college, and he goes, I forgot my wallet. Do you mind covering my coffee? And I was like, Hollywood is everything they tell you it is.
And you did pay for his coffee?
I did. I paid for it. Robert Downey Jr.'s coffee.
Wow. And you know, you're lucky that didn't happen now because coffee is $10 now.
Before tip. $10 before tip, yeah. Josh is working on a sequel to the Star Wars spoof Spaceballs, and he's working with legendary director Mel Brooks.
Oh, awesome.
Which is so great. I love that Mel's still getting it done. More Dish Now. It's happened. It's happened again. Thank God. Y'all remember that disastrous Willy Wonka experience in Scotland? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Back in, no, this is it. Remember, back in March, the unofficial event made headlines around the world for promising an over-the-top experience. There she is! Oh, yeah.
I love it.
It's promised an over-the-top experience, but gave fans a sad Oompa Loompa bartender and inflatable castles with bare walls. Well, here we go. Fans of the Netflix show Bridgerton are calling out an unofficial Bridgerton experience in Detroit. By the way, hi Detroit, one of our new cities. They're calling this event a royal mess. Organizers of this week's event promised them the world of Bridgerton with elegant decorations, friends, beautiful music, fancy food, and beautiful people dancing. Tickets cost between $150 and $1,000. Are you ready to see what they actually got? Take a look at this! Fans say the space was barely decorated, and organizers, look at her! Now that's my girl. She showed up in a football jersey. Organizers probably just went to Party City to buy all of this. But other than that, there also, as you can see, not enough seating. People are seating on the floor. As for the food, it ran out after an hour, and some reported that they were serving undercooked shrimp. Because of this, at one point, one of the vendors started selling Kit Kat bars around the room. For entertainment, you saw there, one woman was playing a violin all by herself. And the dancing, here we go, the event hired a stripper as the
For Bridgerton?
a stripper, and she brought in her mobile stripping pole. She pulled it out of her Ford Escape. Come on, and this guy brought it in. Oh my goodness.
I don't know why that I would ever spend $1,000 on a Bridgerton experience, but even if I spent like $50, I'd be mad about that.
Oh, I feel horrible. And now that the Jason show's in Detroit, hi Detroit, if anyone went to that, will you please email us? Please.
Oh my
we want to talk to
Yes.
you. Please. By the way, hi Amy Lang, my friend in Detroit, legendary news anchor at our Fox station in Detroit. Anyway, that would make, so here's, yeah, that's not all. People who went say no one scanned their tickets. They didn't even scan it to get in. And the advertised prizes were never given away. As you can imagine, these good people, I feel bad for them, they're now asking for refunds.
Yeah, as they should.
Get them, I mean, my gosh.
And they paid for the tickets, and then they tried to upsell them Kit Kat bars.
Yeah.
They're selling them? Like, no, give them a Kit Kat bar. This is like the Fire Festival of Bridgerton.
Right?
Yeah.
I went to a wedding one time.
Oh, God.
Weren't you told to not talk about this anymore?
I don't care.
You're going to get in trouble.
I love this audience so much, I don't care. I'm just going to tell the story. I went to a wedding one time for someone that I do love deeply. And my husband, what you need to know about him is, first, he's a lovely man. Number two, he doesn't get hungry, he gets hangry. Like when he's hungry.
We're the same.
Yeah, and I am too. So we get to this wedding deep in the woods, okay? Like we're basically either gonna go to a wedding or get murdered, either one. And we get to this wedding, and Colin looked at me as we're driving, and this is early on in our dating life. And he looked at me and goes, "Are you sure we shouldn't get food in civilization before we go to the wedding?" And I said, no, honey. They're gonna have food at the wedding. Of course they are, it's a wedding. Hour goes by, it's a very long ceremony. We get done with the ceremony, we get seated, and We're the first table to go up to get the food, and they go, okay, table with Jason, go ahead, you guys go first. We get up there, would you like, and I let Colin go first. I'm like, run, girl, run, go up there. He came back and he goes, do you know what the protein was? You know, because at the wedding there should be like pasta or whatever. Do you know what the protein was? Cut up Slim Jims. Like 18 pieces of Slim Jim.
Was it supposed to be a charcuterie?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Next, Charlie Puth is known as a talented musician, but how about TV star? We're getting our first look at Charlie's new show on Roku. I love Charlie. This is one of the reasons I want to see this. And this show isn't what you expect. Look at this.
What do I need to do to make this show interesting?
Do you have a couple token hang-arounders?
Hire more.
That's my new assistant, Gen Z Ruby. I found her on TikTok. I've hired a momager.
You know, Tish Cyrus,
Andrea Swift.
Kris Jenner.
Those are their actual moms. I don't even know if you are a mom.
So many good questions.
You cannot ask a woman that.
How does a reality show get you more money?
Licensing.
Roku sent over a bunch of products. They would love if you could do one jingle with John Legend.
65 inches, Roku. Oh, yeah, they're 65 inches. It's so cool.
Charlie's going viral for dating a 75-year-old.
I love you.
You're like the anti-DiCaprio.
She's such a gilf. Grandma, I'd like to...
No.
Are you doing it?
No. I just think Taylor Swift said it best. I think he should be a bigger star than he is. I've always liked Charlie Puth. I went to a show last summer. I loved it. The Charlie Puth Show, as you can see, is a parody of a reality show. It premieres October 4th on the Roku channel. You've met him one time, because Fallon does a hugely successful radio show on a top 40 station, KDWB.
Thanks, yeah, I've interviewed him a few times. The most recent one was like, I don't know, it was backstage in his dressing room, and he just has his full setup in his dressing room because he's like, you know, he just writes constantly. He has perfect pitch, so any noise he hears, he knows exactly what pitch it is. Like, he is very, very intelligent, very musically gifted, and yeah, he should be a bigger artist. I think that looks really funny.
And he's an oddball.
He's quirky.
He's weird.
Yeah,
he's
quirky.
admitted.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm different.
Yeah.
Next on the dish, Pat Sajak, who? The Ryan Seacrest era of Wheel of Fortune is off to a huge start. What do I mean? More than 8 million people tuned in to see Ryan's first week as host of Wheel. To put it in context, that's the largest premiere week audience for Wheel of Fortune in 5 years.
Wow.
The game show, the game show is the #1 show in syndication.
Wow, look at Seacrest go.
Well,
you know? Yeah.
Let me put it in further context. I told you about Matlock yesterday, which so many people are loving. That got great ratings, made big news because that show got 7.7 million viewers. Ryan got 8.3 in syndication.
Wow.
That just tells you, A, people love Wheel of Fortune still, and B, the show's not going to miss a beat. There's a curiosity factor that probably pumped the ratings.
For sure, yeah.
But, yeah.
Good for them. That's great. I mean, people, that's a show I think that'll be around forever.
Ever.
So it's a classic show.
Also, Wheel watchers, I want you to be on the lookout for something, and I wanted to see if you're with me on this. I think there's a little scandal going on.
What?
Remember how I told you that people were upset about the new set? They debuted, they didn't even care about Ryan, but some of you watching, you hated that new Wheel set. You thought it was tacky, you thought it was this. I noticed something this week. They're doing Teachers Week. They went back to the old set.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if it's interchangeable, like if that's on purpose, but watch and see. By the way, we're not going back to the old set here. We'll be right back in a moment. If you haven't heard of them, you will. Coming up in just a little bit, we're sitting down with pop star Jonah Marais. Can't wait to meet him. And then my review of Ellen's much talked about final stand-up special. And Rolling Stone is out with another one of their lists. This time, the best soundtracks of all time. And we are outraged. Find out why when we come back. being here, everybody. Well, our guest today is making a name for himself in the music scene. He started out as a part of a popular boy band, Why Don't We? But he's now gone solo and is finding his own fame and his own sound. Listen to this.
Make everything look so sweet like peaches and cream. Lucky you, all of your dreams are coming true. I want your nostalgia, like high school propaganda.
That's right. Dear audience, give it up for singer-songwriter Jonah Marais, everybody.
How you doing, man?
Hi, buddy.
Hey, nice to meet you. Ellen! Backstage here? Okay, perfect.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, please, thank you for being here. I got to start with this, and we have a little. We're going to roll some tape here.
Okay.
I always love because, and I think I can speak for Falen and myself. We're two people who we get to live out our dream. We get to do something that makes us happy, and I think you know where I'm leading to. One of your dreams came true, or I think it's getting ready to come true tonight, involving our Minnesota Twins. You're throwing out the first pitch, right?
I am, tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Now, I want the audience to look at this. This is the cool moment, everybody, where Jonah found out, right, that this was happening. Look at this.
Hello? Hello, is this Jonah?
Yes.
Hi, this is Claire from the Minnesota Twins. We heard you have a concert coming up in Minneapolis this September, and we would love to invite you for our first pitch.
Really?
Yes, we're playing the Miami Marlins that day.
Let's go! Wow.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. September 25th? That's crazy! I've been the biggest Twins fan since I was like 4 years old, so this is gonna be like the best moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
I am not that nervous. I think it'll be good.
You do?
I was a pitcher when I was young.
Oh, then you're okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, will you stand on the mound? Because when you go, they're like, you can stand in front of the mound if you're nervous.
No, I'm gonna stand on.
Okay, yeah, if you have to, then
No,
yeah.
you've done it.
Yeah.
I did it this year.
We don't want to brag.
Both of you have
You're
done it.
sandwiched between professionals.
Okay, well, tell me some
That's
tips.
right, yeah.
Tell me, what do I need to know?
Fallon and I both done it.
I think the biggest tip is don't try to show off. Like don't try to go hard with it. Like just get it there, you know?
Yeah. All right. Did you get it there, Fallon?
I did.
Yeah.
I was very proud of myself. I did it from the mound.
All right.
I did it, and you'll appreciate this. I didn't know who. You never know who you're going to throw it to. I was already nervous. I'm not an athletic guy. Thus the reason I'm doing this. Walked out to the mound. Guess who I had to throw it to? Just take a guess. Who would intimidate? About 3 years ago.
Joe Mauer?
Joe Mauer.
No way.
I threw it to Joe Mauer, and this is what he mouthed to me, because I've met him a few times. He goes, "What are you doing here?" Yeah. Congratulations on all of your success. Was it scary? I mean, you have the safety of being in a band, and then there's a comfort that comes with that, and then it's kind of a leap of faith to go out on your own, where success or failure rides not in the group of the band, but just on you. What was that like?
It was definitely scary, kind of venturing out into my own solo project, and I didn't know how it was gonna go. But it's also this feeling of like, this all has to mean something, you know. And I've been given these gifts, and I'm gonna keep it moving forward. So I've been really lucky to find an amazing team and people who believe in me. And this tour has just been the best, like, full circle moment of seeing a lot of these fans again, and the shows have been so much fun, so it's been great.
As I said when I was talking about the Twins, I always love people that and appreciate people who follow their dream, no matter the naysayers or the fear that comes with it. Have you always was music something as a kid you were always interested in? Yeah, I wanted to be a Major League Baseball player or a rock star. That's what I told them. So that was my dad's a musician here in the Twin Cities. Oh, nice! And so I grew up going to his gigs around, and yeah, it's always been a thing. And actually, I have
a drummer and a guitarist who are from the Twin Cities, and our dads all were in a band together here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Now we get to play on stage, and you know, we were little kids backstage watching our dads do it. So
That's
it's fun.
amazing.
Yeah.
I also so the show is in Washington as well, but I know that you recorded a lot of your album there with some pretty big names.
Yes.
So
yeah.
who did you work with?
Ryan Lewis, this producer that I grew up listening to.
Yep.
His work with Macklemore and
Absolutely.
amazing, really amazing dude. So
Yeah.
I've been really lucky to work with.
What is it like? What is it like for you? I know, I'll give you an example. This show, when it started broadcasting in the Chicago market, which is where I grew up there is a level of joy for me knowing that like people that I grew up with would get to see the show. What is it like for you? You've moved away, but coming back here and doing a show here, that just has to be a different level of magic for you.
It's really special. The Twin Cities hold a place in my heart. This is home. I mean, LA is where I live, but Minnesota is definitely my home, and I love coming back here and the people here. I know my grandpa's watching right now. I wanted to say
Grandpa.
hi. Grandpa Bill.
Hi, Grandpa Bill.
And yeah, it's just such an amazing place. I love Minnesota.
So I always hear when people move to LA and they're starting out, you'll read that a lot of people who later are extremely famous, they have to live together when they're kind of unknowns because it's so expensive to live in LA.
It is.
Do you have any stories like that? I feel like you probably lived with your members of your boy band at first, but then have you had any experiences like that where you've seen other friends blow up in the industry that you've lived with or hung out with?
Yeah, I have a friend group in LA. It's interesting. I did live with some of the band guys, and then branching out from them, I lived with Chase Stokes, who's on Outer Banks.
Oh yeah, we all know Chase Stokes. Yeah, he's great.
And
yeah,
that whole kind of cast is some of my good friends, so it's been fun to just see them blossom and do their thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun for us. I mean, pride knowing you're from here. I will be at the game tonight.
Oh yeah.
So I will be cheering you on. If you hear one very loud cheer, it's from me.
Yeah, hey, the Twins need some wins.
They need some wins. Give it up for Jonah, everybody. Listen to the new EP, the Jonah Marais mixtape. If you're watching us locally, you can see him at the Fine Line, the legendary Fine Line in Minneapolis Thursday night. If you're watching us from across the country, boop, there's a website right there. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I'll be there. Great to meet you.
Let's make it.
Welcome back to the show. When a comedian goes through a little bit of a scandal, oftentimes part of their response is done through a comedy special. And now you can add Ellen Degeneres to that list. Ellen's back 2 years after her talk show Ellen ended to say farewell to the public with a new stand-up special. Before I give you my review, because it dropped this week, here's a little part of the trailer.
All right, well, let me catch up on what's been going on with me since you saw me last. I decided to take up gardening. I got chickens. Let me see what else I can tell you about that. What's been going on? Oh, yeah, I got kicked out of show business.
Ellen Degeneres, for your approval, is now streaming. So I watched it yesterday. It's about it's like $1.10, and you know, our producer Bjorn was actually in the audience. This was filmed. If you don't know, it was filmed at the legendary Orpheum Theater here in Minneapolis. You'll see a beautiful bump shot of our beautiful theater in the beginning. There is a couple things I want to say about this. If you're watching this and then you watch the special and you've already kind of made up your mind about Ellen and Ellen's role in the scandal involving her and the talk show, chances are, because it's human nature, you will look at this special through that prism. Not a judgment, that's just what we do. We all do it. We watch news in a certain way, if you get what I mean. So I walked into this trying to be fair, walking in thinking that there were gray areas in the scandal involving Ellen. So if you do that, you might not agree with some of the critics that have labeled this kind of whiny, self-serving, and a woe is me exercise. I didn't find it to be overly woe is me, because she didn't go that deep into the scandal. And that's part of the problem. What I mean by that is, and the second thing I want to say, if you're going into the Ellen special thinking that she's going to go deep and you're going to get a lot of answers and a lot of perspective and a lot of her point of view of what went down on Ellen, you're going to be sadly mistaken. And that's where I actually think Ellen made a mistake. Not that she wants to do it. She's actually making it clear she doesn't. But she would have served this special well had she done a sit-down interview with her friend Oprah or even a book and then released the special, because a lot of people are going to come to this wanting answers and they're not going to get it. So therefore, they're going to walk away maybe doubly disappointed. They're not going to get the answers they want, and the answers they are going to get are going to seem self-serving. I didn't find it to be overly whiny. She sprinkled her observational humor with observations, funny observations about the scandal that basically ended her career and her talk show. When she is doing her observational comedy, which is about 70% of the special, you do remember why Ellen is Ellen. You remember why Ellen wowed Johnny Carson back in the 80s and catapulted herself into superstardom. I will also say, finally, the very beginning, there's a montage where Ellen's walking backstage and you see all the headlines that Ellen's been involved with over the years. I come to this as a gay person, also thinking about the totality of the person. Did she make mistakes at the end of her career? I'm sure she did, but we all do. But I'm also thinking about the bridge that she built, helped to bridge, that I and others like me are now walking on, and I won't forget that. I won't. Bottom line, I liked it, I didn't love it, but then again, I've never laughed out loud like I do at Chris Rock. That's just not Ellen's type of humor. I think you'll enjoy it, but if you're looking for answers, you'll be disappointed. Ellen is available right now on Netflix. We'll be right back. Are you going to watch it?
Let's make it
We're so glad you're here. Hope you're having a good day. Well, I think you guys would all agree music can make any movie better, even if it's a crappy movie. Well, you know how I love to tear apart a list. Here we go. Rolling Stone, God bless you, just released a new list naming the 101 greatest soundtracks of all time. Okay, right? This sounds like a great list, right, audience? No. Let's just say this list made me temperamental. I'll get to that in a little bit, but first let's go straight to the top with what Rolling Stone calls the greatest soundtrack. Number one, the greatest soundtrack of all time. Look. Hello. It's Prince's iconic Purple Rain from 1984, which included countless iconic songs. I'm not going to argue with that. No one's going to argue, and not just because our show is based in Minnesota, okay? Another soundtrack from the top 5 comes from 1977. Saturday Night Fever soundtrack featuring the Bee Gees. Okay, audience, this is number 5 on the list. Again, not going to argue. Love the Bee Gees.
Barry, is that you?
That's me, thank you. Now let's check out a few more from the top 10. The Beatles scored 2 albums in the top 10 with Help and A Hard Day's Night. The Graduate is number 8, and American Graffiti is number 9. I won't even argue with that. I had a period of my life where I was obsessed with the 50s, Marilyn Monroe, and checkered tile, and I loved the American Graffiti soundtrack. Now, if you're a music fan, you may be asking yourself, where's the best-selling movie soundtrack of all time on this list? You know, with this song. Yep. The Bodyguard soundtrack from 1992 sold more than 45 million copies, winning a Grammy. Basically, every song on that was a hit. I'm Every Woman, a redo of Shaka Khan's I Will Run to You, Queen of the Night, the Bjorn story, and I will, thank you, that was just for me. Are you ready to hear what place The Bodyguard got on the list of 101 best soundtracks? Yeah. 101. I'm going to turn it into 3 words. Oh, I can't say the second word. Ridiculous. Yeah. What?
Yeah, that's insane.
That is insanity. Under any category. Are you kidding me? A, it's Whitney. B, it's Whitney. 3, it's Whitney.
Well, and it's in the numbers, right? Like, it's the biggest selling. How could they put it at 101? I mean, at least put it in the top 10 if you're not going to give it the number 1 spot, but the top 10.
There are 3 other huge mistakes this list made, all with albums from the 80s. Footloose, 93. Top Gun, 82. Dirty Dancing, 74. Hi, Rolling Stone. Dirty Dancing was such a good soundtrack, they crapped out another one. They had to make 2. It was called More Dirty Dancing. And I messed around with the girl to it. Yeah. on a waterbed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you painted a picture for me.
I know, I'm sorry. All joking aside, come on.
I know, you know, they always say that Dolly Parton says when she wrote I Will Always Love You, she opened a bank account. But when Whitney sang I Will Always Love You, she bought the bank.
Yes!
So that's what she always says, right? So
it's just scandalous. Footloose should be high. All 3 of those, all the 80s ones should be higher. The 80s, the 80s made soundtracks. I mean, Flashdance, my mom's favorite movie, Dar. It's like not even, is it even on there? 60 some? Oh, please. Everyone on that list, go work at Dairy Queen. Yeah. Get a cone. Can I get a blizzard? We'll be right back in a moment. Stay with us. Just here for a cone. Flashdance. Oh my goodness. Welcome back to the show. Time to meet our first JVIP of the week. Meet Patty Lex from Falcon Heights, Minnesota, home of the Minnesota State Fair. She loves the positivity of our show, calling it relatable, funny, and touching. Well, Patty, we love you. We appreciate you. You get a mug and is entered to win the monthly grand prize, which includes being a VIP guest in our audience, a $150 gift card to Becker Furniture, and a $250 gift certificate to our dear friends at Renew Med Spa. We're going to take a break. We're going to wrap up the show when we return. Back after this. Welcome back. There's the mug. That's how the whole show started right there. That's how the whole show started. We have a little private joke, don't we, audience? We're at the top of the show. That's right. Just go back and watch the top of the show on YouTube. Just look at my face and try to guess what happened. Anyway, that list, though, I'm still angry.
You can't let it go.
I can't let it go because then we started talking about all of them on Footloose. I mean, let's hear it for the boy, Holding Out for Hero. What's the love song? Almost Paradise.
Oh, yeah.
Almost, oh my God. Every prom in the 80s, you dance to Almost Paradise.
Watch out if you're on the sidewalks on the way home because Jason's going to be flooring it home screaming with his eyes closed. Queen of the night!
I'm going to be raging about this all day. It's completely all day. Hey, tomorrow on the show, one of our favorites, Katie Canine, is back sharing the most common mistakes people make when training a new puppy.
And guess who I'm bringing in?
Are you bringing in the dog?
I'm going to bring my new puppy in. Yeah.
That's tomorrow. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thanks to this amazing audience. Thanks to all of you watching. Come see us. Go to eventbrite.com and search The Jason Show. But right now, if you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for watching. You're going to bring her in?
Boy.
Boy, that's right.